Well, as Jim pointed out, I'm an attorney, so 5 minutes is going to be a tough one to do, but I'll see if I can make it happen. Just a little bit about me. I'm running for Congressional District 1 against Dan Kirkpatrick to represent the people of Winslow, not the people of Washington, D.C. I was born and raised in Arizona. I'm an Arizona native. I was born in Phoenix. When I was 19 years old, I moved from Phoenix to Globe, Arizona, and I've lived in Gila County ever since, with the exception of the 4 years I went to school and had to leave the county. When I moved to Gila County, shortly after I moved, we had a reduction in force at my job, and I was laid off. And rather than take unemployment, I went ahead and just started washing dishes for a living. I was 21 years old. You learn humility fast when you wash dishes for a living at 21 years old in a small town. It wasn't the job I wanted, but I could work. And I was going to do something until a better job came along. And a better job came along, and I ended up working in an open pit turquoise mine. And I worked there for about a year. When I was working there, I thought college is looking pretty good right now. So I went to Eastern Arizona College at the Extension campus in Globe. And after 2 years, moved up and went to Northern Arizona University, where I graduated with a degree in elementary education. I used to be a junior high school and high school government teacher. I was a conservative government teacher. I was the one who actually taught the kids that you were endowed by your creator with certain unalienable rights. School didn't like that much, but I said as long as that's the word that's in the document, I will use creator every time I read it. I wanted to learn more about the Constitution, so I decided I was going to attend law school. I got accepted to the Thomas Jefferson School of Law, much like this elementary school, only the curriculum was a little harder. And I went there, and it was in San Diego, and I attended there for 3 years, and I graduated with my Juris Doctorate in 2002. And I moved back to Globe, Arizona the next morning. Everybody in Globe said, "You've got to be kidding me. You left San Diego to go live in Globe." And I said, "Have you ever lived in San Diego, California? It's a beautiful place to visit. I didn't like living there at all. I like the small towns. I like rural America. I don't like the big cities." My platform is simple. It's got 3 planks to it. Defend freedom, defend the Constitution, defend the American dream. These are the things that are under attack right now, not just with this current administration. They've been under attack for about the last 100 years. You can't just point the finger at the last 16 months, 18 months. We need to point it at the last 2 years, 5 years, 10. It goes back about 100. When I talk about defending freedom, it's very simple. Every law that gets passed in Congress will affect freedom, the Constitution, or the American dream. Every one of them does. Positively or negatively, it has an effect. When they take away your freedom, that's when they raise your taxes. Because they take away what you're allowed to buy. They take away what you're not allowed to buy. They actually take money away from your investments. They call your investments unearned income. I beg to differ. I earned that income a long time ago. It's just working for me now. But they take it anyway. And that's how they start to rob you of your freedoms. And when I say defend the Constitution, I'm not ashamed to say that I'm a proponent of the 10th Amendment. I'm proud of the 10th Amendment. The 10th Amendment needs to be used more often. The health care bill is unconstitutional. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody was talking about it when it was on the House floor. Nobody debated it when it was there. Nobody said I'm voting against it, and here's why, because it's unconstitutional. And now we've all pinned our hopes on 9 members of the Supreme Court and a really good constitutional lawyer to hopefully get it turned around. So I submit to you, why do we wait for the constitutional lawyer to come along after the bill's passed, instead of putting a constitutionalist attorney in the United States House of Representatives who already knows what's constitutional and what's not, who studied the Constitution and knows what's right and wrong, and knows when they're trying to steal your money. Because I disagree that we don't need more lawyers in Washington. We need good lawyers in Washington. Because a good lawyer can look at a 2,700-page health care bill and he can boil it down to about 40 pages of what it should be, and knows the other 2,600 and some change are garbage and need to be eliminated. I'm running for Congress because almost 234 years ago, 55 men signed the Declaration of Independence. They didn't sign that document to create a better country for them and their children. They were wealthy under the crown. They did it for everybody sitting in this room right here. They did it for generations they knew they were never going to meet. I don't have any children. I don't have any grandchildren. I'm doing it for the 200 years that are going to follow us. That's why I'm running. My website is bradleybeauchamp.com, and I've got my materials right over here, and I thank you very much for coming out.